Okay, students, let's try this problem here. A bicycle is traveling at 13 kilometers per hour. How many meters will it cover in 45 seconds? You need to know that there are 1,000 meters in a kilometer. Okay, the first thing, uh, equation we'll be using is the fact that speed times time is equal to distance. So we'll be using this formula. The speed that we're given is the bicycle is traveling at 13 kilometers per hour. Now, the most important thing with conversions is or with this formula, is that your speed and your time have to have matching units. So this is the speed, and we're going to multiply it by the time that we have. How many meters will it cover in 45 seconds? So 45 seconds is time. The problem is seconds and hours do not match. I'm going to use HR for hours. They're not the same units. So we need to convert seconds to be in terms of hours. So if you have a unit by itself, if you put it over the number one, it will be a little bit easier. You can turn it into a fraction. So we'll be multiplying a bunch of fractions together. When you do conversions, you have to remember that if you want to cancel out, we want to change seconds into hours. We want to make seconds go away so that it matches all of our units need to be in terms of kilometers and hours. So we need seconds to turn into hours. So if you want seconds to go away, then you need to put seconds in the denominator of the conversion ratio that we're going to multiply it by. So seconds on top and bottom will end up canceling, and we're going to use this conversion. We'll make seconds go to minutes, go to hours. So we're going to put minutes on the top of this ratio. How many seconds are in how many minutes? We know that there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. And now we multiply 45 seconds by this ratio. The seconds cancel. One is on top, cancels out with 1 second on the bottom, and then we're left with minutes at this point. Now, we're not ready. We're not done yet because we need minutes to turn into hours. We still need to multiply by one more unit conversion. We want minutes to go away, so I'm going to put minutes on the bottom of this, the denominator of the fraction, and we want it to turn it into hours. I'll put hours on top in the numerator. How many minutes, how many hours? I know that there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. And now my minutes cancel. 1 minute on top cancels out the minute on the bottom. And now I have it in terms of hours, which is what I wanted. If I multiply, this is my speed, and this is my time. If I multiply speed times time, then I will get my distance in terms of kilometers, this unit right here. So let's get our calculator and multiply. Remember, if the number is on top, then we multiply it. If it's a number on the bottom, then we divide it. So we're going to start with 13 on top times 45 equals 585, which we now need to divide by 60 once. And now I need to divide by 60 again. And each time I multiply or divide, I'm going to put equals in between each number. So this was divided by 60 once equals, and now I'm going to divide it by 60 again and push equals again. And I have this decimal. 0.1625 kilometers are my units at this point. Now, the question was, how many meters will it cover in 45 seconds? This is how many kilometers the bicycle will go, but I need to convert that to meters. So, like I did before when I multiplied it by time, if I want to convert something over to a different unit, I like to write it as a fraction. So over the number 1, and I want to make the kilometers go away and turn it into meters. So I need to multiply it by a ratio where kilometers are in the denominator, because then it will cancel out with the kilometers on top. I don't want kilometers, I want meters. I know how many meters are in how many kilometers. The problem told me there are 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer. And by doing this, I'm multiplying by this ratio, I can cancel out my kilometers and I'll end up with how many meters the bicycle traveled. So 0.1625 kilometers multiplied by this ratio is the same as, if you multiply 0.1625 times 1,000, you move the decimal place over 3, which is 162.5. And it's meters. That's my answer. In this problem, the bicycle will have traveled 162.5 meters. So your problem in the quiz is just a little bit different, but not too much different. Hopefully that helped.